My friend, we have just entered a 2-week window called the Eclipse Portal, a kind of liminal space. Are you ready? You're traveling through another dimension, a dimension not only of time and space, but of fate. You'll unlock this portal with the key of awareness. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of release, a dimension of revelation, a dimension of transformation. You've just crossed over into the eclipse zone. I'm kind of joking comparing this eclipse thing to the Twilight Zone, and I'm kind of not. This could be a really big pivotal time of change. But just like the Twilight Zone, there were episodes that were terrifying, and there were some that were philosophical and just expanded your mind. Some were funny, some were heartwarming. Lots of ways this could play out. And it's the nature of the eclipse portal, which is an opening to a new destination ahead, to be full of newness, to be full of unknowns. So I thought it would be fun to think of this period of about 2 weeks like going on an eclipse zone trip together. And when you go somewhere new, it's good to have a plan, an eclipse portal itinerary, so to speak. So this is going to be a time of creative contents. It's a series that I've made for you, videos to help you navigate this time. And we're going to explore how the portal could be reshaping your life with your sun, moon, and rising horoscopes. We're going to learn about the archetypal story, the overall themes. We're going to do a guided meditation. And most of all, we're going to try to understand how to process the changes, the closing out of Aries Libra, and the new one setting in Virgo Pisces, and all the stuff coming up for you. If you're wondering what exactly is an eclipse portal, let's just get the baseline. It's the period between the two eclipses. Deeper patterns start to shift when they switch over. The first eclipse opens the portal and it sets things in motion, sometimes in ways we didn't see coming. And the second eclipse, it closes up the portal. And that's the moment when things start to click into place. The story that's been building reaches the turning point. And what happens during this window of 2 weeks basically shapes the next 18 months. And it's going to tie into larger cycles that keep unfolding over the few years that come in the future. So, how does it feel? It might feel like you're crossing a freaky rope bridge over a canyon, like Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom, right? And scene. It's shaky, unpredictable, high stakes. Some dude might try to pull your heart. Not that part. That part we're not going to go that far into it, but it's just like that high stakes feeling. Or it might feel like you're walking over something very sturdy and stable, like the Golden Gate Bridge. For most of us, it's going to feel somewhere in between those two extremes, and sometimes it can be both in one day. Let's just say it's a very strange time. Okay, let's apply that idea to this eclipse portal. The Virgo eclipse on March 14th opened our portal, and that's the first Virgo eclipse. It's a new one, new themes, new lessons that are going to unfold over the next 18 months. And it's going to be about clearing something out of your life, refinement, reorganization, clarity. And because it's the South Node, it's about letting something very big go, very karmic. And Virgo energy is really good at seeing where something is not perfect, where improvements can be made, adjustments, distillation. This period is going to help you see something more clearly so you can let it go and it'll help. Maybe one of the most practical compatible combinations, South Node plus Virgo. They're both really good at cleaning something out so something new can bloom. If you haven't done so already, I really recommend watching my horoscope video for the Virgo eclipse because I break it down by your sun, moon, and rising. And that gives you a clear idea where it's going to be coming through for you over the next 18 months. And that's going to be linked below. Now, the Aries eclipse comes in on March 29th, a solar eclipse, and that's going to close the portal. It's the last Aries eclipse in the cycle, which is closing out something that started last year. And we had that total eclipse in Aries. That was a big deal. It introduces a lot of lessons for us about courage, independence, stepping into our own authority. And this Aries eclipse seals the story, and it's helping us decide what we want to bring with us into the future. Having Aries have the North Node in it, that was interesting because it indicates new directions in so many ways. Aries is our pioneer energy, the great big bang, the I am, and it's going to be getting infused with so much planetary traffic. We have the Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde, and of course the big guy, Neptune, entering Aries. And the eclipse here is a closure of the last 18 months that has been focused on evolutionarily opening something for you in the Aries area of your life. Now, Chiron is in Aries too. Ooh, lots of energy there, lots of processing. It's an alchemical thing for Chiron. It's right. It's turning our pain into power. It's turning the lead into gold for our emotional state. All of that together is clearing out some old patterns so that we're ready for this very important time if for humanity. It's coming up with this ingress into Aries. It's huge. I'm already working on the sun, moon, rising horoscope for the solar eclipse in Aries so that you can use that to get a good understanding how that might be showing up for you and process the past and the future with the Aries themes in your life coming into focus. The sun, moon, and rising, it's so important for you to know that. Astrology is such an interesting thing, and a lot of people don't believe in it or they say it's rubbish. And I know why. I understand. I get it. It's easy to dismiss horoscopes because they're often too broad. It's like giving everyone a large blue men's t-shirt and saying that's the shirt that you should wear and you should love it and it should fit you, even though maybe you do like blue t-shirts, but you're a women's size small, something like that. The point is, astrology is actually the most individualized thing for personal awareness and growth over time in your life when you become aware of your natal chart. And even just knowing your moon and rising sign in addition to your sun can help you exponentially put more dimension of potential outcomes into your awareness. And that's why this eclipse stuff isn't going to land the same way for everybody. The way you're going to experience this time and energy is absolutely on a belt curve. Some people are going to love it. Some people are going to hate it. Some will feel the Virgo stuff. Some will feel the Aries stuff. And some won't feel anything at all. It'll be more like an in-breath for them, a chance to reset without a lot of major upheaval. There's really no right way or wrong way to experience this. It's all tied to your individual chart and what the eclipses are activating for you. Another layer to explore on this itinerary for us is both Mercury and Venus retrograde in Aries through this portal time. It's going into Pisces and it's retrograde, and the process is going through our hearts and mind. It's bringing us inward. It's time to reflect, to restructure something, to make space for something big, because Mercury clearing out that Aries portion of our mind, Venus clearing out that portion of our heart. It's a deep processing time to align those aspects with you, the heart and mind. And part of this process is to review that. It's part of the design of this time period. Now, Venus only retrogrades once every 18 months. It's a little rare. Mercury retrogrades about 3 times a year, but both of them together in the eclipse portal is pretty remarkable. And then with the final eclipse in Aries, the big shift in Neptune, all of this going on in the same area of life, it's something I wish everybody knew about so that they could work with this, move with this energy. Mercury retrograde tends to bring in a layer of reflection, reassessment, plans, communications. I recently made a video about Mercury retrograde where we take a trip back to 1985. It'll give you all the ins and outs of exactly what a Mercury retrograde can bring into life at this period. So give that a watch if you're interested in learning more. We're also going to have the March equinox during this eclipse portal, and that is a powerful time for manifestation. So watch out for a special message. And then let's talk about Neptune. Neptune is not in the eclipse portal, but it's the day after. So it's important. Neptune is about to move into Aries for the first time since 1861. So it's a once in a lifetime shift, more like once in every 3 lifetimes. So unless you or someone you know is 164 years or older, really nobody alive has ever experienced this before. Amongst other things, Neptune represents the dissolution of boundaries. So tied to spirituality, imagination, the collective unconscious. It's the part of us that dreams, that seeks meaning beyond whatever this material world is. Aries is about action and individuality. It's the great I am, that instinct that we all have in some part of our life, because we all have Aries in our chart, to carve out our own path and take charge of our life, not have people tell us what to do. It's a direction that we take with courage and energy. Neptune in Aries is going to ask one massive question. What are you passionate enough in your soul to be willing to fight for? This is some spiritual warrior energy fire coming through in the next 14 years while Neptune moves through Aries. I'm going to have some deep dives for us in our itinerary for Neptune and Aries. It's incredible, especially Neptune, Saturn, the history of it, and what they could bring together into our lives. It's actually really fascinating stuff. The eclipse zone portal in that liminal space, it only lasts for 2 weeks, but the purpose of it is to pass the baton in this cycle, right? Aries and Libra have had it. Now it's going on to Virgo, Pisces. And that sets up a really long story. It's going to be active till mid-2026. That means don't expect things to happen right away, because evolutionary stories connected to the nodes of destiny sometimes require the entire time plus just to set up the change. It's just the way it is. Again, it's all dependent on you and your individual chart. This is a really powerful window of time. And I was thinking about it being a trip. And the song that came to my mind was a Dave Matthews song called You and Me Together. And all I could remember was the go pack your bags, something small. So I looked up the lyrics and I wanted to share them with you. Want to pack your bags, something small. Take what you need and we'll disappear. Without a trace, we'll be gone, gone. The moon and the stars will follow the car. And when we get to the ocean, we're going to take a boat to the end of the world, all the way to the end of the world. Oh, and when the kids are old enough, we're going to teach them to fly. You and me together could do anything, baby. You and me together. Yes, yes. Together, let's just try. We'll do our best. We'll attempt to unlock this portal with the key of awareness. And then we're going to look out beyond into that other dimension of release, of revelation, of transformation, and see what we can see. We've just officially crossed over into the eclipse zone. I hope you will join me during this period. I like you just the way you are, and I will talk to you soon.